Sorry, DC fans, but rumors of Henry Cavill's DCEU return as Superman might be premature. It's no joke to say the DC Extended Universe is on fans' minds an awful lot right now. Last week, it was revealed that after years of campaigning, Warner Bros. Is finally letting Zack Snyder complete his original vision for Justice League.
Yeah!
The announcement of the Snyder Cut reinvigorated quite a bit of interest in the DC Extended Universe and where it might be heading. Now there's the long-awaited Wonder Woman sequel 1984, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, Shazam 2, its spin-off Black Adam, and of course Robert Pattinson replacing Batfleck for director Matt Reeves as the Batman. But one major DC Comics superhero is noticeably absent from this list. What about the man who started off this iteration of the DC Cinematic Universe in 2013? Wait, did we say man? We meant what about the Superman? Henry Cavill's version of Kal-El, who kicked off the modern era of DC Comics movies and Man of Steel. A new report from Deadline on Wednesday claims that Henry Cavill is in talks to once again play Superman in future DC movies. Their report alleges this would not be a standalone Superman film, but rather Cavill would appear in a couple of different ways, including cameos in other DC movies like the Shazam sequel. While the prospect of this is super exciting, unfortunately, it's all a bit premature. Nerdist reached out to our own sources for confirmation, and we got a straight-up denial from those in the know. Not a no comment, not a check back later, but an actual no. So, sorry folks, you can't have your Cal in Ellet 2. Now to be perfectly honest, this report sounds awfully similar to some Man of Steel rumors that Collider reported back in April 2018. Those rumors, which were never confirmed so they remain just that, rumors, claimed that Warner Bros. And DC wanted to extend Cavill's Superman contract so the character would be free to show up in more DC films moving forward. Basically, the idea is that Superman would take on a role similar to Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that means Superman would be the extremely muscular glue that binds all of these characters' stories together and gives them a pretext to team up every so often. But even if those plans were in motion back in 2018, with the way the DC Cinematic Universe is currently being restructured, that isn't the case any longer. While we'll be seeing Cavill as Superman once again in the Snyder Cut, that's being treated more like a standalone story rather than a full-on reboot of the DC Universe timeline. I mean, look, if comics get their alternate timelines and Elseworld scenarios, why can't superhero movies get the same thing? As we mentioned earlier, we have a new Batman in the form of Robert Pattinson, as well as a new Commissioner Gordon. The unexpectedly jacked J.K. Simmons was recast with Westworld's Jeffrey Wright, which is just fine by us because J.K. Simmons is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to catch. As director Matt Reeves told Nerdist earlier this year, the Batman takes place in the early years of the Dark Knight's career. It's going to be a version of this Batman character where he's not yet fully formed, so it's doubtful that Superman would show up so soon. And even though Wonder Woman's next outing is a prequel that retcons the claim that Diana Themyscira completely disappeared after World War I, it still takes place in 1984, way before Cavill's Man of Steel would have arrived on the scene. This means the only upcoming films taking place in a post-Justice League DCEU are the Aquaman sequel, The Suicide Squad, and Shazam 2. And while Superman did technically show up in Shazam's first outing, it was a cameo role at the very end that didn't even show his face, which means it wasn't actually Cavill. So any Superman cameo in a Shazam sequel would probably be done in a similarly tongue-in-cheek fashion. Now, of course, this could always change, and Henry Cavill could easily return to this iconic role down the line. This denial just means there isn't currently a plan right now, as it was reported. And if we could say something so controversial yet so brave, we'd love to see Henry Cavill back as the Man of Steel. In fact, we hope they find a way for it to happen, because we all know what the S means on Krypton.
On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S.
Oh, I actually thought it meant in talks. Anyway, for now, this does not appear to be the case. But tell me, what do you folks think? Do you want to see more Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel? Would you want him to be the Nick Fury of DC films? And what's your headcanon about what happened to Batfleck? Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And if you want to get notified every time I go live with a new show or drop a new video, hit that little bell down below. That way you're going to be up to date on the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world. In the meantime, stay safe, be healthy, and have a great day. Bye-bye.